Hey there my lovelies, and welcome to my booktube channel, The Sassy Library Fox. My name is V, and today I'm already going to talk about my July to be read. And as always, I have my coffee at the ready. I need my coffee to calm down. I know usually it's quite the opposite, but with me it calms me, it grounds me. I recently had a job interview and I really want that job so badly, and I'm currently waiting for the answer if I will get it or not. Yeah, it's a dream job, so fingers crossed it will work out. By the time I get up this video I will already know, so let's hope that future me will have fun editing this video and saying that I got the job. But I guess we will see. So enough of this, and let's focus on the books I want to read in July. And I was crazy enough to actually go for two buddy reads. Well, one is a buddy read and another one is a read-along. But anyway, I'm very curious if this will work out, but I guess I will see when July comes. Okay, and the first book I want to read in July was recommended to me by someone on Instagram, and it's The Stationery Shop of Tehran by Marjan Kamali. And this book sounds really interesting because it's some sort of historical romance, and it's basically about the girl named Roya who falls in love with a customer at her bookstore, and his name is Bahman. And as far as I could tell from the blurb, the shop owner kind of sets them up and they fall in love and want to get married. And on the eve of their marriage, there are some riots and they are torn apart, or more like Roya doesn't find Bahman anymore in the masses. So after that, he is suddenly disappeared and she doesn't find him anymore. And then we have a huge time jump of 60 years. And after 60 years, fate kind of wills it that Roya and Bahman cross paths again and meet again. And all the things and feelings that were back then come up again. And of course, all the questions. Where was Bahman? Why didn't he return to Roya? And yeah, it sounds really heartbreaking. The time jump of 60 years is very interesting as well. I'm very curious how this one will play out in the book. And I'm pretty certain this is going to be heartbreaking because there's no way there isn't a good reason why Bahman suddenly disappeared on their wedding eve. So yeah, I'm very curious about that one, and I'm reading it with Rachel at Rachel's Reading Nook. So this is a buddy read, and I've never done a buddy read with Rachel, so I'm very curious how this one will work out, but I'm pretty sure we will make it work. And I'm very excited to finally buddy read a book with Rachel. So there's that. Okay, and the second book I want to read in July is Once Upon a K-Prom by Kate Cho. And it's actually a read-along of some sorts. Christy Luis at Dostoevsky in Space is hosting the K-Tropeathon in July. And this book will be read as a read-along during the K-Tropeathon, if that makes sense. So I'm very curious about this book. As you all know, I love K-dramas. I'm a huge fan of K-dramas and K-pop. The K-Tropeathon Christy Luis is hosting sounds so great. I decided to take part in it. And this actually wasn't planned. I wasn't planning on reading Once Upon a K-Prom, but I so wanted to read this book for ages, and now the opportunity is there, and to even read it with a couple of other people sounds really like a lot of fun, so I just had to jump in and I couldn't resist. And as for what the plot is about, it's basically about a shy girl named Elena, and Elena is always in the shadow of her siblings or her best friend. They are louder than her and they are more seen than her. She's kind of invisible among her friends, and she is focusing on saving a shelter and actually doesn't want to go to prom, but one night before prom, suddenly a boy knocks on her door. And that boy is none other than Robbie Choi. And he used to be her best friend when she was a little girl and younger. And apparently they made a deal that they would go to prom. And this deal was made about 7 years ago. And Eleanor already forgot everything about it until Robbie stood in front of her door. And that's not all, because Robbie is now a celebrated K-pop star and idol, and everyone loves him. He has a huge fan base. He is a member of a K-pop band, and yet he still came to her doorstep and asked her to go to prom with him. Of course, Elena always had a little crush on him. So I'm very curious how this is going to work out, if Elena actually goes to prom with him, if she decides to really do that, because considering all the fans, this might not be received all too well. We all know K-pop idols are supposed to look available, so him asking her out to go to prom might cause a lot of trouble. But yeah, I guess we will find out and see. I'm very pumped to read this one with other readers, and I'm looking forward to exchange my thoughts with Christy and all the others. And oh yeah, I almost forgot the K-Tropeathon details. I will post them down below in the description box, and I will link to Christy Luis' announcement video, so that if you want to be a part of the K-Tropeathon as well, you can still join. Okay, so those are the 2 books I want to read in July. I'm pretty certain I like them both. They are both some romances, so apparently July is another romance month for me. Okay, so anyway, have you read those books already? If yes, did you like them? If no, why didn't you like them? I would love to hear it in the comments down below. And what are you going to read in July? Let me know which kind of books landed on your to-be read. And well, I guess there's nothing left to say except of take care, stay healthy and safe, and see you around the next time. Bye!